Hi, welcome to the Podcasting with Friends movie edition. I'm Nick Moffitt, and I'm here with Derek Diel.
Hey.
And Brandon Bowlby.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about the movies that are coming out in summer of 2017. We're playing along with our favorite movie podcast, the Slash Filmcast. They have this summer movie wager where they guess what the top 10 highest grossing domestic summer movies are going to be. You can look it up online at thesummermoviewager.com, and there's all sorts of stats and what movies are in the lead, and you can also play along. And so we're playing along, and we've got the same competition going on. So we're going to go through what we think are going to be the top 10 highest grossing movies of the summer. Brandon, you want to go over your top 10?
So my number 1 is Spider-Man Homecoming, 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, 3, Despicable Me 3, number 4, War of the Planet of the Apes, 5, Wonder Woman, 6, Cars 3, 7, Pirates of the Caribbean 5, 8, Transformers 5, 9, Rough Night, and 10, Dunkirk. And then we have 3 Dark Horses, and my 3 are Alien Covenant, and then The Mummy, and then The Hitman's Bodyguard.
All right. Derek, what about you?
I got number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 2, Despicable Me 3. Number 3, Wonder Woman. Number 4, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 5, Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Number 6, Transformers 5. 7, War of the Planet of the Apes. 8, Cars 3. 9, Dunkirk. And 10, King Arthur. My dark horses are The Mummy, Alien Covenant, and Baywatch.
All right. So, yeah, my top 10 are number 1, Guardians Volume 2. Number 2, Transformers 5. Number 3, Despicable Me 3. Number 4, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 5, Cars 3. Number 6, War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 7, Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Number 8, Wonder Woman. Number 9, Baywatch. Number 10, Dunkirk. And for the dark horses, I have The Mummy, Rough Night, and Alien Covenant. Obviously, we know summer movie season's already started, so we know where some of these are going to land already. Guardians Volume 2 has already made a buttload of money. I think Derek's got kind of an advantage over us because he has Wonder Woman the highest. Wonder Woman had a really strong opening weekend. I think it's going to have a solid second
Where's your
weekend.
Wonder Woman, Derek?
Number 3.
Mine's 5. It's not like mine's too low.
Yeah,
I'm still confident that my number 3 is going to be accurate when it's all said and done. But yeah, I mean, right now it's hard to say because these other movies haven't come out yet. I don't know. It's off to a really strong start.
Yeah.
I think it's got a good couple weeks ahead of it.
One thing I'm realizing on my list, the 1 through 8 are all pre-existing IPs, and 2 of the Dark Horses are also that. So I only have 3 out of 13 movies that are not already existing franchises.
Do you consider Wonder Woman existing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's nice because I have 1 out of my top 10. My only one is Dunkirk.
Yeah, same with me.
Too.
Yeah, Dunkirk.
I mean, we'll see how it plays out. We know, most of these will be in here. It's just more of a matter of what order they'll be in.
I'm actually kind of shocked at Nick's Transformers 5 at number 2.
I don't know, man.
Wow.
I know that's really high, and obviously I'm not looking forward to this movie. I haven't liked any of the Transformers movies, but they always make so much money, and honestly, I did think this trailer was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the trailer where it's post...
epic as fuck.
So good.
Yeah, it's post-apocalyptic. You've got that flaming lip song that's really slow and sad, and the 4th one, I think people were kind of caught off guard because it wasn't the same cast as the first 3. I guess I'm hoping that people are going to come back and...
Hoping for your list's sake, not for the sake of the industry.
I mean, honestly, if all of a sudden with the 5th one, they're like, oh, this one's actually good. I mean, could that happen?
Honestly, I don't think it could happen.
I don't think it could happen either, but it did happen with the Fast and Furious series.
It did, but they also mixed up
directors.
Directors and the creative staff and stuff. I think the problem here is that Michael Bay makes Michael Bay movies and he doesn't change what he does.
Last year's number 2 was in the 400,000 still. So you are thinking the 5th one will make more than get that high.
I guess my cap for the summer movies is a little bit lower than 400, I guess, too.
What were you predicting for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I'm thinking in the 300 range. I'm thinking 350. And maybe not. Obviously, I have no idea, really.
Last year was a good year. When Guardians 1 was the top movie of the year 4 years ago, it capped the year off at under 300,000.
It was in the 300 range. I think it was 325 or something.
Okay. So, yeah, it does fluctuate significantly. So the fact that last year had 2,400,000 was kind of an anomaly.
And I guess I'm just looking at the competition. I'm I think Guardians is going to make the most. I feel like Transformers and Despicable Me kind of have that same thing going on where their franchises that are kind of of on the downslope. Everyone still loves them, and it's still gonna make a buttload of money, but are people still obsessed with Minions, or is it going down? Which is gonna make more money. Same thing with Cars 3. I think that one's on the down a little bit. Yeah. Spider-Man 2 is like the big question mark, because, I mean, it's Marvel, so it's gonna make a bunch of money, but at the same time, I feel like people in the street are kind of confused about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, who is Spider-Man anymore?
Yeah.
There's been like 15 different Spider-Man.
I think that's the only thing it has going against it. Another Spider-Man. Yeah, it's just a lot for people that don't follow like the Marvel movies and stuff.
I think it has
like,
going against
it's just
it.
confusing.
I mean, so I put Spider-Man at number 1, and that was the biggest choice for me. I debated that for a long time, and I kind of decided to go with my gut. I feel like this Spider-Man is going to have the best of both worlds. It is much more of a kid's film than the last 2 series have been. Yeah. Sam Raimi's and Mark Webb's. It takes place in high school. The actor they got has a lot more comedy. Like, he's going to be making jokes the whole time. It's going to be way more silly, and it's going to be super controlled by Marvel. And I think that it's going to be executed in a controlled environment, but it'll be executed very well. It will have the Despicable Me kids that are going to freak out and want to take their parents to see it 3 times. And it's going to also have the entire Marvel blockbuster crowd that needs to pour in there for the MCU. And that's my prediction. Yeah. And I think it might go that way. And if it does, I feel like that it has the kids crowd that will topple over Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, you could totally be right. Groot. Baby Groot, though, yeah.
Baby Groot.
The Groot factor.
The thing that I think is kind of going to make and break a lot of these movies is the buzz. I kind of feel like we're in a time period where there's so many sequels and reboots, people are getting sick of it, but at the same time, those are the movies that people want to go see because that's what's familiar to them. I think we're in a weird space where people are going to wait and see about the buzz for a lot of them.
Word of mouth and online buzz means more now than it ever has.
Yeah.
Movies come out on Friday, huge, and like years before, they can drop off significantly on Saturday just because of Twitter and Rotten Tomato over the course of one night.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, that was not possible. If you had a big opening Friday, they could predict 100% what it would do Saturday and Sunday, and that's not as much the case anymore.
Earlier in the year, we see with like Get Out, that movie got huge buzz, and that movie was in the theater 3 months because people just kept going to seeing it. Yeah. With Guardians and Wonder Woman, both those movies got incredible buzz, made a bunch of money, and then you've got Pirates, which didn't really get any buzz at all. It was just kind of like, okay, Pirates came out, and made a bunch of money, but not nearly as much as they were hoping. Yeah. The same weekend, Baywatch came out and got the worst buzz ever, and it tanked. That's really terrible for me because I have it on my list. I was hoping it was like The Rock, he's gonna...
Yeah.
Aliens tanked already.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a post-analysis. I don't know how much we should be doing that yet, but we do know the fate of some of these movies so far, and the reactions people are having to them are interesting. Pirates is not going to make as much money as they thought it would make. It's still going to be in the top 10, I'm sure.
But probably closer to the bottom. Yeah.
Closer to the bottom.
I think Wonder Woman is going to end Pirates next week.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to see Pirates next weekend.
Yeah. By the third weekend.
Well, with The Mummy coming out next weekend,
yeah.
It's like, who's going to go see Pirates?
Right.
And Aliens is all but done and forgotten about already.
Oh, Aliens dropped off so fast. Yeah. Another one I'm really hoping for is War for the Planet of the Apes. I'm really hoping that one comes out, and even though it's the third in the franchise, I think that one has had life on video more than it has in the theater.
They're dependable at the box office.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that the third one is just going to be an amazing movie, and people are just going to flock to it.
I feel like I've heard general respect for that series, even among people who don't talk about movies all that much or look into movies all that much. When I do express my excitement about the third one, they acknowledge and seem pretty aware at the quality that series has. And I think that's going to carry over. I mean, I probably put it a few spots higher. It's going to be a personal favorite of the summer, but I put it at number 4. I think that movie could pull its weight just in its actual genuine quality.
I'm hoping so.
I think that's the biggest thing it has.
It doesn't have the hype or fandom for Planet of the Apes. No one really cares about the Apes.
Pole, like or the Woody Harrelson and a monkey.
Yeah, but people are gonna see it, and I think they're gonna love it and make all their friends come back.
Derek, where do you have Planet of the Apes on yours?
I put it number 7. So I think it's going to do what the other ones did. It doesn't get a lot of hype, but everyone kind of goes see it because the last one was really good.
Yeah.
And they're expecting to get the same thing. It's almost like they have to advertise it to get new people in, but I think there's just a lot of people that are like, I like those movies, I'm going to go see this one.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it's going to destroy, but I think it's going to do really well. I hope it does really well because I think they deserve it too. I think they're really good.
Definitely.
One thing that always seems to happen every summer is not necessarily rom-com, but adult comedy that pulls its weight. Sometimes it's a full adult female comedy and like a full cop bro comedy that appears in the top 10 because those always last in the summer and people want to go see them and they go in huge groups. So what did you guys kind of pick for that spot?
I picked The Rough Night, and I have it as a dark horse. I guess I had Baywatch as that movie, and it did not turn out to be that movie. I think Baywatch kind of came out too early in the summer, too. Like, if it came out in July, it may have had a different reaction, but people just not into it. I heard it was bad, but on top of that, people just weren't into it. But I have Rough Night as a dark horse.
I have Rough Night as my number 9. It has the cast. It has all the female comedy stars that people are really hyped about and want to see.
Scarlett Johansson.
It's got
She brings money.
It's got the writers of Broad City. I think for sure is going to be an extremely fun movie, and people are going to want to go see it. I am, however, regretting The Hitman's Bodyguard. I have that as my dark horse, and I saw a trailer for it yesterday for Wonder Woman. I was sucked into that movie. I think maybe I should have put that as my number 9. That movie is going to be fun and well made. Perfect cop comedy.
I don't think any of the R-rated comedies are going to make it into the top 10. I didn't put anything in there.
Is there a PG-13 comedy?
Not that I know of.
There has to be. There's always one. Like, if you go back the last 6 years, there's one, if not always two, that jump in that spot.
So one that I'm
Dunkirk, maybe?
I don't even have it on my list at all, but one that I'm really hoping has this thing where I'm really hoping the buzz will be so strong that it'll just make a ton of money is Baby Driver.
Yeah.
You know, Edgar Wright's new movie. He's not notorious to make a bunch of movies, but he's consistently quality. Everyone seems to love his movies, and I'm hoping that this is the one where people see the trailer, it gets great buzz, and people actually go and see it.
It's possible. I feel like it opens against Despicable Me 3 and stuff like that.
But those are two totally different cars,
for sure. I think if I was to pick one, that's the one I would put my cards on. Not because I think it's going to happen, but because I want it to happen so badly. And I think Edgar Wright really deserves it.
He deserves a high-grossing film, too.
He does. Every movie he makes, they're all cult classics.
Yeah.
He's often spoken in the same sentence as Quentin Tarantino. And yet he has the same curse as Kevin Smith. His movies barely hit 30 million.
Yeah.
Ever.
I really hope this is the one because just the cast is so good. You've got so many famous people and Jamie Foxx and John Hamm. I really think the biggest thing holding back this movie is the name. Baby Driver doesn't really... Yeah, it's a weird name. It doesn't jump out for anyone.
It's got that off-the-cuff scrotal recall kind of what is this? This is a weird name. I'll remember it.
Yeah.
The baby that drives.
Was that on your...
I did not put it on my list. I guess that's what I'm hoping will make money.
Yeah.
I should have put it as a dark horse, but really it's one of those things where it wasn't even on my radar of making a bunch of money. It's just on my radar of movies that I really, really want to see. And I don't know about you guys, that totally happened to me last year where everyone talked about last year being a disappointment. There weren't any good movies that came out last summer, but I saw a bunch of good indie movies last summer besides Civil War, and I did have a great time watching the new Independence Day, but I think that was because I was hungover. But still, last year during the summer, I saw Green Room and Don't Think Twice and just a bunch of smaller movies that got me really excited about film.
So what else is there in that vein this year?
I'm really psyched for Atomic Blonde.
Oh, yeah.
The Charlize
That
Theron.
trailer is so good. If not for Baby Driver, Atomic Blonde would be my number 1 movie I'm looking forward to this summer. And it's gotten some really, really good hype in its pre-screening so far.
I bet you both of those are going to hit really hard with the fans. They're going to knock it out of the park. Both the movies are going to be just fantastic.
And, Charlize Theron is such an awesome actress.
She's so cool.
She's proven for years that she can be a dramatic actress.
Yeah.
But now she's, rebuilding her career as an awesome action star.
Yeah.
With Mad Max Fury Road and then Furious 8. And with this movie, she just looks totally badass.
Yeah.
The action that they show in that trailer is just unbelievable. When she ties that guy around the neck and then jumps out the window, that looks awesome. Yeah. Also, she's bisexual. I think is also pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You've got James McAvoy who's I think I love you.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. Really cool. Are there any movies you guys are looking forward to that you don't have on your top 10 highest grossing?
One movie that, was it Sundance, I think? It also made a really big splash was The Big Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Sold for $12 million.
What is The Big Sick?
That is Kumail Nanjiani and his wife Emily Gordon wrote a movie about how they met. Yeah, because they have a really fascinating story. He's from Pakistan, I think, and she's American, and so they had a lot of interesting conflicts with their family. And it's directed by the guy that directed Wet Hot American Summer.
Michael Showalter.
Yes. He's directing this movie.
Yeah, totally. That's what I thought it was. He did
Yeah.
last year. He did Hell, My Name Is Doris.
Yeah.
Which is actually like a really good movie. For me, The Big Sick has like everything going for it.
Yeah.
It's got these hot comedians,
Yeah.
a really personal story, a director who's really competent with comedy and balancing some drama in there too.
Yeah.
To me, it's got everything going for it. I'm really excited about this movie.
Yeah. The trailer alone was really funny.
Yeah.
Kumail used to be regular on Harmontown and stuff, so it's really cool to see him actually making it and being able to do this creative stuff on his own.
Okay, yeah, I'm really excited for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's this French-produced, funded sci-fi blockbuster directed by Luc Besson, who did The Fifth Element. The trailer looks absolutely nuts. The last film that came out that looked like this was Jupiter Ascending. Well, that movie kind of had everything going for it with the Wachowskis. It kind of did fall flat, but if this movie can pull it off, it could easily be one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, this is like one of those movies where it looks totally original. I have a feeling it's gonna like bomb in the block off.
Yeah.
How about in your opinion of it? How do you think it could slide?
I mean, I'm not sure. I know I saw The Fifth Element, but like as a kid, I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah.
And so for me, honestly, the trailer didn't jump out at me.
Yeah.
I wasn't so into the kids. But if you guys like it, if people like it, I'll go see it and I'll probably
It just
like
looks
it.
so ambitious, and I hope they can pull it off. I wish the Wachowskis' last big film was amazing, and this could take its place, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm kind of right in the middle. I would love to see him do a good movie again. And I think this movie could be really important if it succeeds, because I believe it's the largest produced entirely French production. It may be just ever. It's over $200 million budget.
Yeah, this is one of those
So,
make or break things.
Yeah.
Nobody in the States
they're-
might care about it, or everyone might.
He doesn't flop, though, either. Even like Lucy, which nobody liked, but it still made crazy amount of money.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows how to sell a movie, so hopefully he pulls it off with this. Could be really great.
Yeah, one other movie I wanted to bring up called It Comes at Night. I really don't know anything about this movie, except that it's a horror movie and the trailer is creepy as all hell. Something's coming out at
comes
night.
out at
I haven't seen the trailer. I'll have to check it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It looks really scary. I really like horror movies, especially in the summer. Just something about going to a horror movie when everything else is so bright in the world, escaping into a dark nightmare is really fun.
Yeah.
You guys should check that out too. And so, I mean, I think that pretty much wraps it up. We're going to be back in a few weeks. Where can we find you guys online?
Instagram, Brandon_Bowlby.
Just add Chicken Tack on Twitter.
I'm at Mothman23 on Twitter, and you can also follow me on Letterboxd. I don't know if you guys have that, but that's my main movie watching application. My name's Nick Moffitt on there with 2 F's and 2 T's. You guys are on Letterboxd too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
follow us all on
Yeah.
Letterboxd.
I think I'm at Chicken Tack on there, too.
I'm at Beb727.
You should get on Letterboxd if you guys are movie lovers, because it's a great way to be social and talk about movies and stuff. Anyway, signing off. This has been Podcasting with Friends Movie Edition. Have a nice day.
Cheers.
But, like,